All right, hello. I'm here to do my plan with me for this week, which is November 4th through the 10th? Yes, the 4th through the 10th. I already drew out my grid lines because, that's 5 minutes you don't necessarily need to see, but in this particular notebook, which is a Unison brand composition book, each column is 8 squares across or 4 centimeters. And then I leave space at the bottom and space at the top. At the top is where I put my days of the week, and the bottom is where I put my dinners that I plan, and then this is just my to-do list on the side. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's start with the days of the week. So here's the kit I'm going to be using. It's from Larissa Lorena Plans. It's called Autumn Blue. And so I'm going to try to find some days of the week stickers that match with that or have a similar color scheme. I think I like these. I used these last week also. Let me see if there's anything else, but I do really like, maybe I'll use these this week. I'll do that. These days of the week stickers come from a Hobby Lobby the Paper Studio book, and I think it's just called maybe calendar or something like that. I don't remember, but I know they still have it for sale there. So I usually only buy things there when they're on sale, but I've had this book for forever, and it has just a ton. It has the monthly, January, February. Can't figure out what those are called, the names of the months. And it has lots of numbers. It has numbers for your monthly calendars. And then it has all these days of the weeks in different colors, which I really like because, I'm a colorful person. I like to change things up once in a while. But the Wednesday is always too long for me, so I cut that off so I have room to write out my numbers. Otherwise, I'm trying to squish it in, and then I don't like the way that looks. So, for some reason, though, Saturday, which is the other long word in here, just seems just slightly short enough that it isn't an issue. But, these aren't exactly 100% straight, but I think that the font kind of helps keep it from being too incredibly obvious if they're not on straight, because the font is a little slanted. All right, I got our days of the week, and I'm putting my stickers away because that's what you're supposed to do, right? Okay. Don't leave piles of stickers laying around your house. All right, now I have my Staedtler fine liners, but I don't know that blue is going to work, so I might just use black. These are the Tri-Plus fine liners. I really like these because they don't bleed through my paper, and they're really thin. The tips are very thin. Fine, I guess would be the technical term. I wouldn't color with these for that reason, but I do like writing with them in my planner in terms of days of the week and the numbers and stuff. And I'll write in some of this, the plans as well, but I do like to use my ballpoint pens for that mostly. But we've got November 4th through 10th. Okay. So, first things first, I like to get my events and practices and games and all of that out of the way first. So, I'll just go ahead and use that. So in order to do that, I need to draw out or write out the times Do I start with 8 or with 9? I start with 8. What am I doing? Most of our plans don't actually go past, we don't have anything that starts past 9. We might have a practice or something that goes until 9, but nothing starts past 9, so I start with 8. And in the evening hours, I add an extra space, but then once I get to the school day, I only leave one space in between because not as much happens during the school day. Or, the work day, however you want to put that. So we go up until 6, so I'll go back over here. And then once I'm done writing down the times, I'll draw some dividing lines, and that will kind of help me further break up the day. But I don't draw too many because then it's too busy for me. So I usually just draw, I'll use this one. I draw a line across at 6 a.m. because then I can use that box at the top for events, special to-do lists for just that day, things like garbage pickup, all those special things. And then I draw a line at 3 p.m. because that is what time my kids get out of school. They get out at 3:05 and at 3:15, so that helps me. 3 o'clock is just kind of my arbitrary time where I transition from daytime to evening time. Because, there's always so much more happening in the evening. Oof. Sorry, I dropped my stickers on the floor, so I had to pick those up. Okay, so now I've got my lines drawn out, and now I am ready to fill everything in. So let me move this down. This week is garbage pickup on Thursday. So got to fill that in, but let's look at the calendar. So today is a busy day, or it seems busy. There's not a ton of things happening, but there's still a lot. I already had my chiropractor appointment because this is Monday, and I'm planning this at about 11 a.m. So I'm going to not use these for that, but I am just going to write in. Whoops, that's last week. Oh, this is what last week looks like all filled in, by the way. So if you want to know what my weeks look like after the pen, there they are. So today I had a chiropractor appointment at 9:25. I had a back injury back in May, and ever since then I've been going to the chiropractor at least once a week. I was able to stretch it out to about 10 days, and then I jacked it up again, and now I'm back to going every week. So, hopefully one of these days I'll be able to take it down to like once a month or something. I have a therapy appointment at 2:30. It's not therapy specifically, like I don't go and she's not a therapist. She's a medical therapist or a medical psychiatrist, nurse practitioner. So that means I go, I talk to her about my life, and she tells me what kind of medicine I should be taking. At this point, we're on some ADHD meds, so far so good. Let's see, my son has practice tonight, so we got to get out the basketball stickers. I use these basketball icons from Planner Planner Bliss. It comes in a huge sheet of stickers, which is awesome because every season when it comes to basketball, football, whatever, sport it is, we tend to have tons of practices, tons of games. So practice tonight's at 7:30. Then we have practice on Wednesday at 7. So Wednesday at 7. Then we have practice Thursday at 6. He's playing on 2 different teams this season, so it's going to be a little nutso the next 3 months. But he loves it, and basketball was my husband's favorite sport. He coached it. He loved watching it, and I think that's rubbed off on my kids. So let's see, Sunday at noon. I don't love Sunday practices, but what are you going to do? All right, so let's write in these times. So 12 to 1:30. Because he's on 2 different teams, I have to write down which team he's going to be practicing for which practice. So now I have to go back and figure it out. So Mondays, 7:30 to 9. And that is, that one's JP. And then Wednesday is SJ. And gosh dang, that's 7 to 8:30. The season just started, so I'm still learning all of the times and whatnot for different practices. So let's see, this one is 6 to 7:30. Thankfully, everything is fairly close by in terms of carpooling and driving back and forth, so that part's not so bad. But it does get to be quite a bit. So that's it for basketball. So we can put these aside. This week is not recycling, so we can put those aside. We already did our cat litter for the month. It's not my period. This is done, finally. My son was doing stage crew for his school's production of Beauty and the Beast, which took place over the weekend, so no more stage crew. But my son, my other son, does work, so we're going to write down his schedule. And use these green ones because I think they'll go pretty well with this week. And he works usually Tuesday through Saturday, so we're gonna get that written, get that marked here. So Tuesday. It's nice because his schedule is usually pretty consistent. And even though he kind of does his own thing and I don't have to drive him anymore, I used to keep track of his schedule because I would have to take him to and from work, but now he has his own car. So I don't feel like I have to keep track, but I do like to know who's around, which days, because now that basketball season is happening, people are going in and out a lot, and it's just nice to know who's around and who isn't. So, all right, so now we got that work schedule down. Today is my son's 19th birthday. So in Nebraska, that makes him officially an adult, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. But I'm excited for him to finally be an adult. He can serve alcohol at his job if he wants to. Get those tips. He can, he's going to vote tomorrow for the first time. Although he could have last year, but we didn't have a huge election last year, so I'm excited for that. Let's see. But tonight we are going to celebrate that, so that'll be fun. We went out to eat yesterday for his birthday, and that was a good time. We picked a good place. And then my son had a free will dress down day at school. So normally they wear uniforms, but we're having a fundraiser in a couple weeks, and so they get to bring $1 and dress out of uniform if they want. So he brought his $1 this morning, and then we were in the drop-off line, and we pulled up and he saw a bunch of kids getting out, and he kind of panicked because it seemed like a lot of them were wearing their school uniform. And so he had to pull out of the line and go sit in the parking lot and look it up and double check. Yes, today was an out of uniform day. So anyway, I just thought it was kind of cute. He's like, Mom, everyone's wearing their uniform. Okay, got everything on Monday. Tomorrow obviously, Election Day. I don't have any special stickers for that, but I will definitely be voting, and I will definitely be putting my I voted sticker right there. So, but in the meantime, we are going to write down that it is Election Day, and I'm going to do that in my bright orange here. I'm sure if you've seen most of my videos, you probably have an idea of who I'll be voting for, but I say, you know, you vote your conscience. I will definitely be voting mine, and may the best woman win. All right, Election Day. Now, the thing that I'm a little concerned about is I have an appointment tomorrow, and I'm worried that it's going to take a really long time for me to vote because early voting around here has been nutso, and so I imagine there's going to be a lot of lines, but I think I'll be okay. Okay, so tomorrow I have an appointment. Oh, I ran out of room. Oh well. For my water restoration company to come out and assess the damage from my leaky roof. And that's a whole nother video, which I probably will not make, but I had some water damage starting last year, or over the summer, and it took them 2 months to figure out where the water was coming from, and it turned out that my roof was leaking, and insurance, because it was an ongoing problem, ongoing meaning since my roof got damaged and then it leaked for 2 months because we didn't know where the water was coming from, they won't cover it. So having my water restoration people come out tomorrow and see just how much out of my pocket I get to pay for that. Fun times. We'll see how that goes. I don't know. Anyway, so that's tomorrow. Wednesday, practice. Got that down. But I do have an assignment due. So we're going to go here to the top. That's Wednesday, right? And I am taking a class where every week I have a discussion board. It's an online class, so my discussion board, my initial post is on Wednesday, and then on Saturday I have to turn in replies to other people's posts. And I hate it, but it is what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and write my assignments over here. I also have a quiz on Saturday. Whoever decided that Saturday at midnight was a good time to have homework due? I don't know. Crazy. I hate it. I forget every week. Oh yeah, it's Saturday and I have homework due. That's so dumb. Anyway, whatever. That's Wednesday. Thursday, it says yard right here because our city doesn't normally pick up yard waste unless you buy a $1 sticker, or I think it's $2 even. So there's only 2 times a year for a 6-week period where they will pick up yard waste from your the side of the house, meaning like the lawn bags you fill with clippings and stuff. So that is this month. So I'm just going to write yard on here, and I'm going to just do a little, bring my eye to that a little bit. And if I'm able to, it's been raining here for a couple days. If the rain lets up and if I'm able to get out there, I'll work on my yard. Try to get some of the fall leaves picked up. I have 4 huge sycamore trees and the leaves are about this big. They're about the size of my head. And so, yeah, picking up leaves in the fall is kind of a full-time job for about a month. Okay, so that's it there. And then on Friday, I do have a chiropractor appointment again. But I forgot to bring my planner with me when I went, which is kind of crazy. I typically bring my planner with me everywhere, but so here we go. It's at 8:45 on Friday. So I'm going to use one of my little labels here. And it kind of sucks that I'm having to go back to doing it more often, but I'm glad because hopefully I will get back to normal sooner, right? What else? I think that might be it for scheduled things. So, 8:45. I'm going to write that down. Some people might think it's weird that I write it down on the monthly and on the weekly, but part of the reason that I do that is because if I'm looking something up quick, I can turn to my monthly and, like, say I wanted to go back and think, oh gosh, when was the last time I, went to my doctor for a physical or whatever. I can flip through and be like, oh, it was on the 11th, rather than having to page through all the weeks. I only do that for like appointments and things like that, though. Like notes about the day, those all go on the weekly. So like today, I'm sure I'll write a little something about my son's birthday. So we're going to have cake and ice cream and a special dinner after school. So I'm sure I'll write a little something about that. But I wouldn't use that on my monthly because this is kind of just more for data. So Friday, I think that's the only thing I have on Friday. Saturday, I already wrote that. And then Sunday, we have practice. So now that my son is not doing stage crew, I don't have 8,000 things happening at night anymore. There for a while, I was driving back and forth, picking him up and then dropping my other son off for his practice and then picking him up and then going back and picking, all that back and forth. So I don't have any of that this week, which is nice. Everybody has school all week. Did the garbage. Okay, so now we get to decorate. So these little things are free little strips that you get, freebies, when you order off of Etsy. Most sticker sellers will have a little freebie that they send out. So this one is from the Planner's World, which is very cute. This one is from Midnight Snack, which last week I used some of those stickers in my planner. So I'd like to use any of these that I can. I also have these really cute stickers. This is just a sticker sheet that I got from, I believe, Hobby Lobby. I don't even know for sure. But I'll probably try to use one or two of these, especially now that literally every tree in Omaha is dropping leaves right now. And then I'll see if I can use some of this stuff too. So let's start with the weekend. I always like this. This is planning time, this is Lisa Lorena Plans, but I like how she always has a planning time sticker and a weekend sticker. And these weekend stickers fit perfectly across my columns, and I really like that too. So there's my weekend. And then planning time. I usually try to do my planner on Sundays, but like I said, my son, we went out for dinner for his birthday, and by the time we got home and with daylight savings and everything, I was just ready to go to bed. So I decided to do my planning this morning. Trying to think about what I have going on this week. So looking at last week's to-do list, let's see. It's mostly making phone calls. I do have a couple of errands I have to run. But I think I'm pretty safe in using some of these bigger stickers. I do like to kind of double check and make sure I'm not, going to put a big sticker on a day when I'm going to end up doing a bunch of stuff. So I think Saturday is pretty safe since we have nothing scheduled. I love these colors, by the way. The blue and the navy and the teal kind of, and then like the green and the orange. I just love all these colors. Fall is definitely my favorite time of year. I love Christmas as a holiday, but winter is not my jam. I do love me a good cozy evening, watching a movie or something, but you can only go so far before you're kind of done with that too. So anyway, I like the cooler weather. I like the coziness of hot chocolate and that kind of thing. But I do suffer, unfortunately, from seasonal, what's it called? Seasonal affective disorder, which is aptly acronymed SAD. So during the winter months, I do tend to get a little more depressed and just kind of, I just kind of feel a little blah. And I think that's pretty normal for people in general, but for those of us that have spicy brains, sometimes that can add up to just a little less fun and a little more bleh. So that's the technical term for that, bleh, just in case you were wondering. And unfortunately, it's something that is a little on the genetic side. So my kids also tend to get a little grumpy during this winter months, but thankfully we're not a very, what's the word? I don't set a lot of expectations for my children in terms of, get out there and do things, you know what I mean? So I feel like we're all kind of in the same headspace when it comes to, sometimes you just got to sit with a cozy book and some hot chocolate and veg out, and that's okay. So anyway, I was so excited though, because yesterday it was sunny for a little while, and then I woke up this morning and it was gray and rainy, and I don't love that for myself, but we do what we got to do. All right, I think we're good in terms of big stuff. I'm going to save these for another time. I might use these on another layout. I love the colors. The sweater's cute, but I don't really think I have anything specific that I need to mark out a box for. So now let's see what we can do with some of these little stickers. I really, really, really like the sunflowers. But with the mums, I think I'm going to wait on those. But I think we can do some pumpkins for sure. These stickers, sometimes you have to be careful because they do, some of the little pieces can rip off. But let's do, oh, see? There we go. And then maybe we'll do, I don't want to do a ton, but I think a birdhouse would be cute. And the colors are pretty matchy, so let's do a little birdhouse. Maybe we'll do it right here. Because other than chit-chatting with you guys, I don't have a whole lot going on between now and 2:30, so let's see. Oh, and the to-do, of course, I started my to-do list a little down, up a little too high, but that's okay. I mean, when isn't it? Oh no! A chance of sarcasm, but let's put that, let's do that Friday night. That's a good time for some sarcasm. All right, I'm gonna need my tweezers for this. Gotta be careful ripping these stickers off. That one was stickier than I was expecting. I do know though that this particular sticker company, the stickers themselves feel really good. It's just, I just ripped it off at the wrong point. I'm not really gonna do anything with the cow or is that a teapot? I'm not sure. I don't think any pay is happening this week, and I don't know what I would use that car for, so we're gonna get rid of that. I think we have enough pumpkins. Maybe we'll skip that one. We'll do maybe one more thing from this page, and then we're probably good. I like it to be decorated, but sometimes I go overboard and I put too much on a page, and then it's just, my brain can't hack it. Okay, let's see. Let's do one more birdhouse. I think that's cute, but we'll do it, maybe we'll do it down here. All right. I think that's probably good. I don't want to go too crazy, and I still have 3 more weeks before, Christmas decorating season. So there it is. That was a fairly quick layout since I did the grid beforehand, but I do have to copy my to-dos over, and look at all the stuff I got done this week. Aren't you so proud of me? I do have a couple things from yesterday that I didn't get done, and a couple things I have to do specifically today. I have to, let's see, I wrote them down on a separate sheet of paper because I knew I wasn't planning yet, and now I can't find my list. I have to make a cake for my son for he wants a cheesecake for his birthday. And then, found my list, here it is. I have to register my vehicle, call and get some cash. I have to call the vet and make an appointment. And I have some stickers I want to stick on my trunk, or on my rear window, but it's raining, so I probably won't. Then my appointment, and then this is just random stuff I didn't want to forget, so I'll get that on here too. But in the meantime, hope you guys have a good week, and that's it. We'll see you next time.